We're entering a new era of web design, and the bar for digital experiences has never been higher thanks to powerful new tools and capabilities. I've studied some of the top brands and leading platforms, and these are some of the trends that I believe will shape web design in 2026. So, let's jump in. AI companies like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and Perplexity are shaping this minimalist UI movement. So they're focusing on those essentials and the core task at hand. And we're seeing here with high-end brands like Balenciaga or Yeezy, where they're again using this minimalist UI. So focusing on that core task that you want to achieve. So here we're selecting the top that we want, selecting the size, and we can add it to cart without all of that other noise surrounding it. And we're going to see that extend into the products themselves. So look at this example. We can integrate Photoshop right into ChatGPT. And I can type in this prompt here, create an image adjustment, and press enter. And now we've got the core functions we need to create that adjustment. So I'm going to adjust the hue and saturation. Again, it's got this minimalist UI where I can decrease the saturation, increase the lightness, and then download it straight out of ChatGPT without even touching Photoshop. So expect to see a lot more of these stripped back interfaces in 2026. So like all trends, there's always an opposite reaction. So as brands move towards this minimalist UI, others want to stand out. And so that's where we're going to see a rise of brutalism or maximalism, which some people call it. And to be honest, I feel like it's never really gone away. It's always lurking in the background. And so think bold colors, expressive typography that we see here, these heavy textures, and very graphical UI elements. Bloomberg Businessweek, another great example with these bright colored images and a range of typography. And then holographic, using this transparent overlay to create this very bold, impactful design. And so nostalgic design, I think again this is something that's always lurking in the background but definitely becoming a little bit more prominent, especially with pop culture moments like Stranger Things, again the final season just played, and moments like this where we see Eleven in the old body glove wetsuit, it definitely evokes those nostalgic feelings. So check out Pit Viper's website here. They're using these old UI 3D buttons that you definitely used to see in the early 2000s. And this example here of this old Windows desktop where you can click the icons, and we're seeing this intentionally dated design style. So we saw a lot of motion in 2025, and I think this is going to continue into 2026. So platforms like Framer have made motion design even more accessible without that development expertise needed. So just these really nice, simple interactions. And interactive effects, again, being more accessible through examples like React Bits, where we're seeing these cool liquid textures, or this pixel blast effect here that appears on click. And you can simply just copy these into your websites in Framer. Motion design is no longer a nice to have, but a way to create more engagement on your website when it's done right. 3D graphics, you no longer need to be a 3D designer to create these cool 3D graphics. So check out this cool example here that's been trending of this keyring that you can kind of navigate through, and you can click to explore the different pages. And again, look at MasterCard. They've brought their logo to life with these different 3D circles. And this is a super simple effect that you can create for yourself for free in Spline. So designers now have a lot more access to the different tools to help bring your products to life in a more engaging and interactive way. Immersive web experiences are going to take your 3D graphics a step further to create these different worlds and environments for your users to interact with. So check out this example here. We've got this planet that when we scroll, we actually orbit around. And so this really raises the bar as to what a website can be. To avoid looking overly AI generated, we're going to see a shift to this imperfect sort of design approach. So these very organic human aesthetics. In this next example, we've got these very hand-drawn elements that are very anti-AI. So raw textures, imperfect shapes, all of that sort of stuff. And we're seeing here, even with Samsung creating a whole campaign using this hand-drawn illustrative approach. And so it's giving a human feel to a technology product, basically. So what does color look like in 2026? So I think we're going to see a lot more of a shift towards these human color tones, so those softer pastels, and think kind of grade school colors. So especially in this example by Lacoste, using these crayon style colors of reds, blues, greens, creating this very playful look, and again tying to that nostalgic retro feel that we see trending. So one theme I haven't seen a lot of designers talk about is surrealism. So we start to see it kind of rise with the creation of Midjourney and these AI generated images. And I think this is going to continue again in 2026. I think it just works really well in these hero images, and you can tailor it to your brand to create a really unique, impactful experience. So keep an eye out for that one. It's going to be a fast-paced year with the continued shake-up within our industries and the products that we use. So hang on to your hats as we kick off 2026.